Hello, 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 Scorpion Queen. Hey, PG in chat, our wonderful mods. Hey to you, girl. Much love, much love. Hello, Lisa. Scorpion Queen number 1, Lisa number 2. How you doing? She says, hey, y'all. Hey to you, girl. Steph is number 3. Hey, y'all also. Hey, back to you, girl. How's everybody doing tonight? God bless. God bless. Hello, Diana. How you doing tonight, sweetie? She says, hello, PG. Hello to you, sweetie. Always L8. How you doing tonight? She says, hello, PG and family. Much love to you. How you doing, Eden? Says, hey, PG and chat. Much love, much love. Back to you, girl. Tammy Fields says, hello, PG and family. Much love to you. Much love to you. How you doing tonight? Deputy Sheriff says, hey, PG in chat. How you doing, Deputy? Good to see you in here. Absolutely good to see you in here, hon. Martha, how you doing tonight? She says, hey, everybody. Hey, back to you. The legendary evening, everyone. Good evening to you, girl. Butterfly Kisses, how you doing tonight, sweetie? She says, hello, PG. How you doing, Lisa? Hope all the fam is doing well tonight. Amen. I hope so as well. I hope so as well. How you doing, Cassie? Says, hey, PG. Hey to you, girl. How you doing, Redwood? Good to see you. Got Judge Judy on the TV, PG on the phone. I think I could pass the bar exam. Absolutely. There you go. I have faith in you. I got faith in you, Deputy. Oh, for sure. How you doing, Ronald? Said hello, everyone. Thumbs up. Amen. How you doing, Pam? Pam says, hey, PG, new puppies arrived. Hey, girl. There you go. There you go. Christmas puppies. God bless. God bless. How you doing, Lip Lock No More? She says, good evening and much love to you, Prayer Garden of America. Good evening. Much love to you. Hello, PG and family. How you doing, Wisconsin mama? How you doing, girl? God bless. Amen. Happy Christmas, PG and all. Much love. Merry Christmas to you, girl. Merry Christmas. God bless. Is anyone else lagging on Christmas? Is anybody else falling behind on wrapping and picking up last minute things? And don't forget the stocking stuffers. Don't forget the stocking stuffers. That's the one thing that I think we forget. I think that's the one thing we absolutely forget, right? I remember one year I forgotten stocking stuffers and I had to go out and search all over the place. Finally found a a gas station that was open. I found a gas station open and had to go in there and buy a bunch of candy bars. I didn't care what it was. That year, my kids got soda pop, potato chips, and candy bars. It was crazy. Yeah, I absolutely forgot stocking stuffers. Yeah, there you go. I still ain't wrapped anything and eat stocking stuffers too. Yeah, exactly. It's a last minute rush. Oh, my Christmas was bought on Black Friday. Amen. There you go. Pam was ahead of us. How you doing, Flo? She says, "Hey everyone, happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, sweetie." Hey, Eden, I understand. I understand. Absolutely. It don't feel like the week before Christmas, right? It absolutely don't. That's true. Oh, wow. Lip Lock No More says, "I've been making Christmas goodies as gifts. I put them into Christmas tins. So it's almost done." Yes, absolutely. I heard that. Yeah, I bake a lot of cookies and fudge and make up a lot of that stuff as well, and put it in tins also. And then Christmas Eve, when we have the Christmas Eve party and family coming in and out, I make sure that to hand the tins as they leave so that they'll have cookies and fudge and everything Christmas Day, right? Um, my aunt my aunt used to do that when I was a kid. She used to make the cookie tins and have fudge in there and different kinds of cookies, and oh, I loved it. I loved that tin can that she made. It is a real cherished gift, believe it or not. It is. You do not know how much that tin can means to people, right? You don't know. But yeah, I used to think it was the best gift, right? Anybody could give, but it was wonderful. So I just try to follow tradition, what she did, and and it it does go over. It does go over. I agree, Robin. I agree. Most parents would, right? Most parents absolutely would be on every news station. I mean, um, Monkey's mom, Monkey's mom didn't give up coming out here and you know looking for Monkey, right? She was thrilled at everyone that put Monkey out here. Um, she was so thankful for everybody that kept him in the spotlight, and she came out and continued to show up on people's panels and talk about her son. Yes, absolutely. Um, and that's a real mom with a real missing child. That's exactly what they do. They can't give up. They won't give up, right? They won't give up. Um, I called law enforcement today and talked with the very detective that's assigned to Summer's case. And he's a real asshole, to say the least. He's an absolute real asshole. He actually hung up on me. Believe it or not, he hung up on me. He did not want to answer no questions at all. He very damn rude. Basically said that, basically just said that, he's sharing information with the very people that supposedly the suspects, right? The family. And yeah, and he did not want to talk or hear nothing upon this case. And that's the truth. The absolute truth. He feels that, that anyone calling in now is a waste of his time, is basically how he put it. Anyone calling in now is a waste of his time. He says that they have no information. He basically told me that they have no evidence that anything heinous has happened to Summer. All they have is a missing child. That's it. That's it. Point blank. I said, you have no evidence that something heinous didn't happen to her as well. He got pretty upset with me. They're not doing their job, right? They're not doing their job. And he said that her case by all means has not ran cold. That it's very active, regardless of what YouTube and Hollywood has to say. I kind of laughed when he said Hollywood. I thought that was funny because this ain't Hollywood, buddy. I mean, Dr. Phil show isn't exactly hitting Hollywood Boulevard there now, is it? Absolutely not. It's not like they're making no fucking movie. And if they did, they'd find out you're the sorriest ass law enforcement that they ever met on the screen, right? That's what they'll find out. That your law enforcement totally and utterly sucks. Right? That you have mental issues and you don't want to shut up long enough to listen. And if you don't shut up long enough to listen, how are you going to figure out what happened to this child anyway, right? You're more worried about your damn time. Well, excuse me, sir, you're getting paid $120,000 a year to do a fucking job, not sit on your ass and tell people that they're, bothering you or harassing you or wasting your fucking time. Right? You ain't getting paid for that. And it's our tax dollars paying that $120,000 a year that you clearly are not worth. You ain't even worth the 20, let alone the fucking 100, right? And that's my personal opinion, and I'm entitled to that. And seeing this is America, a land of the free, freedom of speech, I can say whatever I damn well please. And I'm telling you now, she couldn't have a worse asshole over her case than this particular man. They don't want to listen to shit, right? There you go. Yeah. He's a real, real piece of work, a trash talker. I thought the other guy was freaking Gomer Pyle and Barney Fife, but it is such a toss-up. It is such a toss-up down there. I think they're cloned. I'm going to be honest with you. I think they're cloned. Freaking Barneys, right? They just get dumber as they go down the line. As you go down to speak with them, right? It sure isn't how, I can understand how nothing's getting done. Nothing. Their get up and go done got up and went. Trust me. I wish the marshals would go out there. I'm going to tell you, Summer's case ain't ever going to be solved. It will not ever be solved if someone else doesn't step in to solve it. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. This case, there is something so seriously wrong in this little girl's case. Absolutely. How you doing, Wisconsin Mama?
Hey, I'm great. I'm great. I'm glad I didn't have to sit in the back room by myself for a while.
Oh no, I ain't got that much up tonight, so I was able to see you, girl.
Oh. Did you see what I wrote? I said I saw JSB in the title. I had to come running over, and she was running behind me. Oh shit. Oh, she's here. She's here.
Can you believe?
Yeah, what a prick, huh? I'm serious. I mean, when is Hawkins County going to take this serious?
They ain't.
They're not. I mean,
They ain't.
I have written the governor 2 times already.
Let me tell you something. He had no
Are you
problem with
eating
me.
chips?
He had no, actually corn dogs. He actually had no problem with me speaking a little bit about Candace. I got the 2 minutes in the house out, so forth, so on. But as soon, the very second I mentioned Andy, Jody Sue, that's when he just hung up. He's done. Wow. So I'm going to tell you, right there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right there you go.
Yeah, I don't know. You know who I think did it, so she just why would he hang up on you when you would mention their names? I mean, if he should have hung up on you when you mentioned Candace. But
he's not gonna, right. He's not going to he's not going to speak upon them. What I'm saying is, he didn't even speak with me. And I told him that I had spoke with Donald Wells. And, he wasn't even interested in what we spoke about. He wasn't interested in getting any of the information that I may have had to offer to him. He wasn't interested in anything. Nothing whatsoever. This motherfucker acted like he was so frustrated with Summer's case that he just wants it to go the hell away and not bother him ever again.
There you go. Because he's failing.
Right. Miserably, right?
So he's just gonna allow what? None, I got no evidence. I got nothing. I'm just nothing I can do. Or maybe they do. Maybe they do know a whole bunch of stuff, but they just don't have enough evidence. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore.
Oh, I'm going to tell you something. I think they got plenty of evidence. There's plenty of evidence there. Maybe not to convict anybody of something as tragic as murder, right?
Right.
But they do have enough. They had enough evidence to be pulling these people in daily and wringing their asses to get more evidence, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they wasn't doing it.
Well, there's I don't know. I've gone back and re-listened and re-listened, re-listened over and over, and yeah, there are things that you miss. You know, you can listen to an interview, but you almost have to listen to it like 4 or 5 times because there's things in there that a person does miss. And and with JSB, I missed a lot, but I went back and I re-listened to her. Unfortunately, I had to hear those. I had
Well,
listened, but the more she talks, and I know you're listening, the more people disrespect you.
well, the more, when Jody Sue Brown, um, I have come to the conclusion that it's either it's either one way or another. Now, you know,
Right,
here's the
right.
thing. Either she don't know a fucking thing about the Summer Wells case at all. She was just a Johnny come fucking lately on down on the road to try to help look, and made up a bunch of bullshit to grab attention, and just a bunch of fucking lies, a sea of fucking lies to fuck up this little girl's case, right?
Right, right.
And when she didn't know shit, just for self profit, self gain.
Yeah,
Now, either that's what's going on with this psychopathic bitch, right?
yeah. Keep going.
Or else, or else she knows a whole lot. She's got a dog in the race.
Oh yeah,
Now, either she heard the scream in the shed, as she said, in the shed, meaning whoever screamed was in the shed, right?
yeah,
So she either heard the scream in the shed, Summer really was on the swing, she really was, Candace wanting to play the, the perfect mommy, mommy of the fucking year, when she knows that she was the trashiest ass, worthless mom of the year, right?
yeah,
Now she might win that fucking award, you know, up
yeah.
front center. Um, actually, you know, I'd put that garbage can together for her and call her on down to pick it up, right?
Right.
Um, the nasty no parent at all there. Um, Candace Wells, this alcoholic that didn't know she was coming and going because she's just a freaking alcoholic, drug addict, um, don't give a damn weirdo anyway, right? She's absolutely a weirdo as well. I mean, this is a multiple personality. She don't know which one of her personalities are coming out the door going into it. So there's no way in hell Sybil is mother of the year, right? No way. Um, and it ain't like Jody Sue's boy hasn't made it up there on the hill and back off of it with 5 people chasing his ass and over to his place as well, right? Where mommy indeed lied and covered for him, knowing that he just got his ass chased from somewhere, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, yeah,
So would she cover for him like that if she heard a scream in the shed and all shit went bad out there? And do you think they're just going to pick little Summer up regardless if she still was to, with Don and Candace? Do you think they was just going to pick her up and take her home and explain all the, stuff and let Summer tell what went on, how, she was whisked away from her swing and done like, obviously maybe she was done inside that shed, that shed, cabin, whatever the hell Jody Sue wants to call that little freak house out there, with a bed in it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, you know, it's got to be one or the other. Either this bitch has got a dog in the race, and that's why she's kept her nose to the grindstone, and and feels a need to, threaten people and so forth and so on. I mean, she even went as far as saying, "Oh, I think it's against the law to talk about someone in the middle." No, Jody Sue, it's not against the
No.
law to talk about somebody that's because your son was not in no damn military at the time this particular crime or whatever happened took place, right?
Oh, come on now. Wake up
So,
over there,
you know,
Jody
if
Sue.
you, and that's what I'm saying. She's trying to use little scare tactics on people that don't understand this is America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, the freedom of speech, and you can say any damn thing you
Yeah,
damn well please to say, right? Um,
exactly.
she has no idea. I think she needs to go back and learn the fucking law. Just because you got crooked ass law down there in Tennessee, Jody Sue, that runs people off when they indeed have a deed to some land that belongs to them and they had every right to take possession of the day they showed up there. And your law enforcement, like the rest of you shady bastards, ran them off. And that's the best thing could have happened for the man, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
everyone ain't shady. There's a lot of law enforcement that are not shady. They are not shady. And they would literally wipe your ass when it comes to the little bullshit you think you can threaten people with. And you might be able to do that in Tennessee, right? But you ain't going to do that, and even in parts of Tennessee, you're not going to get that done as well.
Right. Right.
You
All
know,
kinds of
I know, I know neighboring counties that would have done solved Summer's case. They would have figured out what the hell happened to Summer, and somebody would have had their ass prosecuted, right, to the fullest extent of the law.
yeah. Yeah.
And and it may just be Jody Sue and Andy, the way this woman has, you know, incriminated herself and Andy. And she even incriminated her own son, right? When she said Andy sat there and bluntly was saying how basically he had to clean up somebody else's mess when it came to Summer, right?
Yeah, he did. I
And she
mean,
sat there and said another kid to be abused and killed. And at this time, she's talking about little Summer as well, right?
yeah. Who knows all that? Who knows all that stuff?
You ain't going to get this jackass law enforcement down there to even listen to it. There now, TBI does and FBI does. They
Right.
they they both are very very kind, very nice, and they are recording everything. I think that Tennessee's about to get a makeover when it comes to their law enforcement. I think that law enforcement's all about to be asked to resign, get the fuck up out of there, and new people's going to step in and be taking over their jobs. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
I hope so. I hope so.
Because um, everyone's starting to see how damn shady, underhanded, and undermined this law enforcement really is. And nobody's going to tolerate it anymore, especially when we got a missing 5-year-old little girl that they can't even get off their fucking asses and find, right?
Right. Right. But I heard that she was going off about her kids being brought into this, and it's like nobody brought your kids into this, Jody Sue. You brought your own kids into this
Yeah,
from the
she
very
did.
beginning.
Yes,
From the
she
very
did.
beginning. So you know what? Look in the mirror and blame yourself.
Now Jody Sue's
Blame
going to have
yourself.
to fess up now. She needs to fess up.
Yeah.
Either she's a big fucking liar and has done nothing but destroy this baby's case with her damn lies, and
Yeah.
she knows she's a big fucking liar to sit out here and take advantage of so many people, and their generosity, um, by acting like she knows something and saying a whole lot of craziness that holds and has no truth to it. Um,
Yeah.
and that is not going to go over well with people. That will not go over well. Um,
No.
you know, with anyone. I mean, Jody Sue, Jody Sue Brown's name will be fucking mud, right? It will
Oh
end
yeah,
up being mud in society.
yeah. Well, I think her name is Mud
I
already.
mean, she may go to the supermarket and get a slap across the head by a few people,
Yeah,
because I'm going to tell you now, people don't take kindly to doing something like this in a missing child's case. They just don't. And, and furthermore, if she had so much important, liable information, law enforcement would have done, used it. They would have done, used it to make an arrest. Um, so,
absolutely.
so obviously her credibility is pure shit
Yep.
down the toilet, and a very
Yeah,
good
she's
possibility she's nothing but a damn liar.
yeah, running mouth,
Um,
running mouth, running mouth.
so
And you know what, PG, I don't mean to cut you off. And there's something I gotta say to Jody Sue.
oh girl, you have at it.
Oh yeah, you let me. By the way, Jody Sue, Prayer Garden in Wisconsin, Mama, we're not skanks. By the way, I didn't spread my legs and run my body up and down a pole to make any money, and neither did PG. So you can take that shit somewhere else. You are a lying ass bitch. That's what you are. You are a horrible person. Horrible. Did I say enough? I am like, that's enough is enough. You want to know what I feel? I feel that your son was up on that hill and he came running down because he did something to Summer. That's what I feel. The son that you brought into the story. Yes, I will say his name, Damien. I will say his name over and over. You brought your son into it. And I believe that your son is guilty as hell. That's why you took him and you come up with the idea. You or Lawson came up with the idea to get him into the service, get him out of there, and he'll be safe and gone.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was your son. I believe it's your son that you are covering up for, Jody Sue. You're the only one that has ran her mouth since day one about Summer. And you come up with all this bullshit stories about, oh, how she was essayed, and oh, how you saw this, and how you saw this, and that, this, and that. And you didn't do nothing about it. Not a thing. So don't come up on YouTube pretending that you actually care about children when if you saw all that stuff to be true and you did nothing about it. You ought to have your ass in jail just for because you saw it and you didn't do anything. You piece of shit.
You go, girl.
Oh, well,
You
I
could
don't
go. Just
I
go.
don't like cussing on here. You're horrible. You sit there and you talk about people making money off in Summer's name. Who got you a camper? People that donated to you because of Summer. Who got you a YouTube channel? Well, you decided to bring one up because Summer came up missing and you could use her name. You just use her and keep using her. Matter of fact, you don't even hardly say her name anymore on your channel. You're pathetic. You're garbage. Grow up. Just grow up. Close up your camper and move on because nobody cares. Nobody cares, Jody. Nobody. The end. I'm
Exactly.
done. Ah,
Exactly. Why would she have? What other reason would she have to be streaming every single day? It does seem strange. Absolutely.
well,
It
I do
does.
believe that she brings a lot of false accusation. I can't hardly talk. I don't know what's going on with my voice, but she brings a lot of bullshit to the story. You know, I mean, how can you make all these assumptions and allocations against these people and you if it's true, then you should have did something about it. If it's not true, shut your mouth. Quit spreading these
Amen.
rumors.
Amen. Amen.
She's burnt Summer's case. I mean, from the beginning. And you know what? And the same with Allie and all them other ones. I mean, I don't get it. These people were Candace's friends. And as soon as Summer came up missing, oh, yeah, the Wells did this, the Wells did that. Well, you know what, you pieces of shit? You were right there, too. You were right there. You should have did something about it. But you didn't. But then Summer comes up missing, and then what? What do you all have to say about it? Oh, how bad Don and Candace were. How horrible they were. How they essayed
Mm-hmm.
their child and all this
Oh,
shit.
do you want to hear it? Listen to this.
Regardless, jealousy has never been a place. I'm not in a competition. I will never compete with others. You know, I'm not about that competing with other women shit.
And she's a lying bitch there. I'm going to tell you now. She was jealous as hell of Candace Donald and their kids, their land, their everything, right?
Well, I believe it has something to do with the land.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe it has a lot to do with the
But I
land.
also think she was very jealous of everything they had. You know, very jealous. She was jealous of Candace, and Candace was too dumb to realize it.
Yeah.
And things
Well,
like
yeah.
that aren't even in anywhere to compete with.
Things. Let's tell the truth. You know, let's not sugarcoat it and bullshit it. Let's tell the truth.
Yeah.
And the freaking truth is, Andy, you're a fucking liar. You're a liar.
As well.
And I think Jody Sue is telling a whole lot of truth on you. And I seen where
I've had no reason to lie. And I won't.
somebody in the comments said, Jody Sue said that you seen Summer's dead body.
Alright. No. Just no. And I think at this point, maybe Monster is not hearing loud and clear enough. Alright.
Just know we all know that she did say that he did, right?
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
she's saying just know. Retracting, kind of like the babysitter in Quentin's case.
Exactly.
My goodness, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
Oh my.
But needs to.
And don't those long pauses just make you fucking angry?
It does. It does.
That has never been said by I or my daughter.
Oh, you lying bitch.
Never.
Okay.
Wow.
I had her crying in tears.
She get the fucking whammy on her right now, right? She get the
She
fucking
did.
whammy on you, Jody Sue.
She
You
did.
liar.
I mean, just like in a ball because for like fucking 5 minutes just wouldn't lay off. And it was Summer's dead body's laying there and who gives a fuck about it and this and blah blah.
There you go. There you go. And that's her saying it, right?
Yeah.
That's her saying it. Let's finish listening to this bitch.
She's dead. I mean, right. I mean, just the grossest.
But then again, you're taking it from a guy that, you know, is, I don't know. That one of the last things he did was to our daughter, was to scream at her about Summer's dead body in the most gruesome details you could ever imagine, and to continue to yell about it until we were like, stop, because he knew it already traumatized her, so it was way to bother her. And so he knew the triggers, and he knew.
There you go. But did you notice she didn't mention that Bubs was there? Did you notice she didn't mention about him actually? Now the daughter told about Bubs being there, right?
Yeah.
And who do you think Andy was really talking to? I don't think it was the daughter or Jody fucking Sue. It's the very one Jody Sue's trying to leave out of all of this, right? Bubs, her son.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you think
she had already traumatized her to the point she was having nightmares and all sorts of, and so, and a guy who that the last time Equal Search, remember where all asked him to give their locations, he was screaming at Equal Search to come kill him and do whatever and fuck them and fuck this and whatever. I'm lying. I've pretty much told the truth about everything that I can remember. And if I misspoke on
Yeah,
something,
well, let me ask you, Andy. Let me ask you, Andy.
When I speak, I'm speaking. I let you speak.
Why did you tell Jody Sue that you was the last one to see Summer's dead body?
I did not say I seen Summer's dead body.
She said you did.
I said that I had a dream that I seen Summer's dead body.
Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't, Andy. You said that Jody Sue indeed was fucking crazy, that you don't know why she was saying that bullshit, that she's just a plain out everyday freaking nutbag, right? And now it's a dream, right? Now it's a dream.
Well, you
What the
know,
hell?
looking behind asked the question, you know, you're right. Why did she even open her mouth to begin with if she had nothing to do with this? If she
Absolutely.
had nothing to do with Summer coming up missing, or she's covering for somebody, and that's why she comes out and runs the narrative of the story.
Exactly. And you know, there is something really sinister here about now he's saying that he had a dream. When before he was saying indeed that none of that was true whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
The first phone call that I ever made to Andy, if everyone remembers, I asked him the same thing, and he said he didn't know why she's saying it. She's just fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
Now he had a dream.
Oh,
now it's a dream.
Yeah, and I've stated this on my other my channel and my videos.
But let me tell you, you know that whole Jose truck thing, you know, that you missed because you're fucking lazy and so are your sources and whatever else you can't be bothered to watch videos. And that whole Jose white truck, Don thing, well, also, Voldemort/Andy thinks that Don killed Jose. That monster believes your clients over there are very much capable. He also thinks that Don is a fucking child molester. He thinks that he is absolutely not just raped and molested Summer, but has done so to the boys as well. So, and we've thought so since before the Utah trip, because of things going on over there. That's when I started actually looking into Dawn, and obviously throughout the years.
Now, did you take note that she wanted to convince us that Don was a real horrible, terrible, already possibly killed someone, insane human being?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, really? Basically, what she's trying to get everyone to believe is, you know, that indeed Donald was the one that, you know, I don't believe that for 5 minutes. I absolutely don't believe that for even 5 minutes.
To me, it sounds like she's making it sound like the whole Don and Candace. I think she's making it sound like they were horrible people and this and that and essayed and all this bullshit. And when you were supposedly so-called friends of theirs in the beginning, and then Summer comes up missing and you weren't their friend, and then you have all this bullshit to say again. Why? Why would you go and make up all these stories, horrible stories about this family, if you have nothing to do with it? I mean, come on. No neighbor knows all that stuff and doesn't do anything about it.
Yeah. And you know something? Yes, she did say that they found a child shoe in his vehicle, and afraid that he was going to abuse and kill another child. Absolutely. And
yes,
what other child has been abused and killed up there besides Summer? I mean, I'm not sure, in my opinion, that's possibly what happened to her. But I'm saying, Jody Sue kind of clarified it is what happened to her, right? By making that statement.
Yeah.
Because there's no other child missing.
Yeah.
No other child missing. So indeed, right there, she said abused and killed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she did. She did.
I mean,
So like it's
that's some
either
harsh ass statements right there, if you ask me.
oh yeah, she has said a lot of harsh statements. A lot. So it's either nothing but it sounds like a lot of bullshit, or you got a dog in the race.
Or what?
Or she's covering for someone.
Well, I find it rather strange that, with all of her disabilities and everything, and the fact that she needed, and the fact that her fears of her and her family being stalked and all of this stuff, that she sends the only grown ass man she's got left in her life, which is her son, that could possibly help protect her and her daughter, that can actually drive, to the places that she needs to go in order to maintain a life for them. She sends off to the military. I mean, her daughter ain't going to be able to drive her anywhere and do anything for her, or even protect anybody, if indeed she's being stalked the way she says she's stalked. And she is in the fear that she tries to make everyone believe that she's in. So, I mean,
Yeah, I can't imagine
does that make any sense?
wasting their gas money on to stalk a monster. She is the monster. She can sit here and call every single person in this whole wide world a monster. But you know what, Jody Sue, you are the monster.
She said not only Summer, but his boys as well.
I mean, bullshit.
She was turning him into a real freak there, right?
Oh yeah, she was making him.
I mean, she was basically saying, "Oh, he took Josie to Utah, for a bed partner," right? I mean, that's what I got out of it. Anybody that
talks like that she's sick. I mean, that's PG. That's sick. I mean, you don't say, you're talking about a child.
Absolutely.
And if you knew that shit was going on, you should have went to your friend Lawson.
Why didn't you report it?
Something. Yeah.
Sure didn't have no problem getting that shady ass law enforcement down there when Mr. Dobbs showed up for his property to run him off, right?
Yeah.
She didn't have no problem at all calling law enforcement on Mr. Dobbs. But nope. she had a problem reporting. I mean, she's got all of this suspicion, and actually she visually saw, the child come running out naked out of a shower with a grown ass man. Yeah, it is her dad, but hey, I mean, most people don't like stuff like that, right?
Right.
And I mean, I don't think Don Wells nor Candace are too crippled up or old to bath their children alone, dry them off, get them dressed, and then take their own damn baths, right? I mean, most parents say, whoa, get out of here, right? Close that door. Don't, I mean, you ain't allowed in the bathroom with parents. It just is what it is. I mean, especially, a kid starts getting up, 4 or 5 years old. They ain't allowed in the bathroom no more.
Exactly.
Absolutely not. I mean, 1, 2, 3 years old, even at the 3-year-old mark, it's an iffy thing, right? whether you're going to open that door for them or not. But 4 or 5, no. That's, unacceptable.
No, she is, this is what I believe. When I think about it more, it's like, I feel like she's trying to push them, the Wells, away from that land. That, they wanted that land. Don came back, and Summer came up missing, and, all of a sudden we're not friends anymore, and now I'm gonna put all this bullshit out on you and your family. Well, if you saw all that, you're just, like I said, Jody Sue, you're just as much of a monster for not doing nothing about it. But I'll say it again, and I'll say it over and over, Jody Sue. I do believe your son has a whole lot to do with Summer's missing.
Right.
So, Jody Sue, where is Summer? Where is Summer? I really can't wait to see what you have to say tomorrow after you watch this live. Piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Definitely.
Victimizing her.
Definitely, the accusations that she made upon, I'm going to tell you something. If any of those boys would have been done the way Jody Sue said they were done, there would have definitely been scar tissue and evidence to the fact that, it was. And somebody would have been prosecuted for that, right? They would have been prosecuted. And personally, to be honest with you, Don Wells would have been registered long before now. If indeed, because when Child Protective Services took them boys, trust and believe they went through a hospital visit and was checked over for everything, right? Even that.
Right. Yeah, Pitmon, maybe there is some blackmail going on there. I haven't quite figured it out yet. And I don't know about the cameras. I don't know about the camera story. The cameras could have been up, but that doesn't mean that there was a card in it, I don't know. What do you think, PG? Do you think that there was really cameras up there?
Yes, because I showed a picture of Mr. Dobbs and his dog, which came from one of those cameras out on the road.
So they had to have. So she probably got out there and got those SD cards out of them.
Absolutely, she had trail cams the day Dobbs was up there, which was on the 14th, the day before Summer came up missing. Now, on the 15th, there's nothing. Everything's wiped clean. So, and like I said, it always bothered me that this woman kept her ass out here, an enemy to Summer, an enemy and a diversion, an enemy to Summer and a diversion to Summer's case.
Yeah, exactly.
And that has often gotten to me, because I had to ask myself, bitch, why are you out here? What the hell is your strategy here? And what are you trying to take the focus off of? And the more you watched over the last 18 months, it's her boy book. That is exactly what she is trying to deter the focus off of. And the one thing that makes her madder than hell, right, Jody Sue? I'm sure you're going to be really up in the air about this on live tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Come on, Jody Sue, bring it on.
Exactly.
So
bring it on, bitch. I don't even care anymore, because I'm going to tell you what. I'm fed up. I'm done. I'm done, talking to your petty ass law enforcement down there. You're a bunch of Barney fucking Fifes. And, shady ass on deputies running around. I don't even care about these people and that law enforcement down there. because there is people you can go above and over top of all of your all's heads to a much higher power.
Yes.
And that right now is being done as we speak.
Yep.
So, your little being a lame ass bastard on the phone to someone, they ain't going to do nothing but cost you your job.
Yeah.
It ain't going to do you nothing but cost you your job. People down there are lazy, sitting on their butts, not wanting to do their job. And why? Why?
Yeah. Why?
Because this is family.
Yeah.
All you motherfuckers are first and second cousins, obviously. I mean, I don't like to accuse people of being inbreds. I really don't, but you cannot call it any other way when you fucking look into Tennessee and I mean these motherfrickers are making their own grandpas down there, right? I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Seriously.
Did they check like all the
They like
bananas?
they like their fucking cousins so well they marry them. That's disgusting.
Well, that is true. That is true. But
That shit's against the law.
well, not in the mountains.
Even in the mountains, even in the mountains is against God's law.
Well, I know
I
that.
mean, you're not allowed to marry your freaking cousin,
Yeah.
Oh, bub, I just love you so much. I've known you ever since I was a baby. I guess you did, damn it. That's your cousin, right?
Yeah.
You,
Hey,
you,
Jody Sue. I'll bet you a
jeez.
carton of cigarettes that you're lying about your son being in the service.
Lying about what?
I said I'll bet her a carton of cigarettes that her son is not in the service.
It's a possibility he ain't. That's a very good possibility. But if he isn't, she done one hell of a whack job on his head, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she cut him bald for nothing but what, a picture? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit might not ever go back.
Yeah. I'm fine.
What does a
everybody.
hillbilly do for Halloween?
I'm fine, everybody. I'm not sick. I just like this morning I couldn't even talk. I don't have a sore throat or anything. It's just like I can't even hardly get anything out to talk. So maybe it's from yelling at the husband too much. I don't know. Lost my voice from yelling at my old man.
PG brownies for everyone.
That's okay. I already ate quite a few.
Yeah. I wish I'd have had more.
I was like, PG, when I was sending you those super chats, I got up the next morning and I thought, holy shit, was I high? Just kidding, I wasn't.
I don't know if they checked Grandis's car or vehicle or not. I have no idea. I know that they had a lot of shady stuff going on down there, and that law enforcement absolutely dropped the ball in Summer's case, as if they don't give a damn. And as I said, I spoke with the one in charge of her case today, the very man that's handling her case, and he's the biggest asshole that I ever spoke to in my life. I mean, this guy is absolutely rude as hell. He does not, you can tell by talking with him, he don't want to even care about Summer's case whatsoever. I mean, absolutely does not give a damn. He is sitting behind his desk enjoying doing nothing. He ain't even off that ass looking, if you ask me. That's my personal opinion. I'm entitled to it. Right? I'm entitled to that.
Well,
I
and I'm
mean, I
entitled to
spoke to
mine
him
too.
personally, and that's what I got from him.
Mm-hmm. I'm not. Everybody is still a suspect. But I guess we all need to figure out reason why she runs her mouth every day and makes people, the neighbors, look like they're horrible people and makes false accusations against them.
All you have to do is call Hawkins County Law Enforcement or Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and ask to speak to the person that's handling Summer Wells' case. You definitely get the asshole. You'll definitely get him. You'll see what I'm talking about. He's a real jerk, an absolute jerk. I mean, he plans on writing it off, and like he said, he ain't got nothing but a missing child, and that's it. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's what we got. And we don't give a damn.
PG, Lisa has a question. Can you hear me?
Lisa.
Miller. Didn't they say that the last... Yeah, you read it.
Didn't they say the last scent of summer was at the bottom of the hill where Jody Sue was standing? Yes, the dogs went right up to her feet and stopped. Actually, not they didn't go down to the end of the hill. It went down the path, the dog trail, out onto the road and across the road, right where she was standing. The dog actually went right across the road where she was standing and stopped right at her feet. Absolutely, it did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that shit was dismissed as well, right?
That's crazy.
That shit was dismissed as well.
That's just crazy.
There
That's
you
crazy.
go. You know?
Yeah. Well, you know, I have higher ups too at JSB, so we'll find out a little more truth about you. I think it's about time that we start finding out the truth about you, Jody Sue.
No, they don't. They don't offer you no job application. They don't offer you anything. They transfer you over. They transfer you over to this prick, and that's what he is. And he just gets all nasty and ugly and mouthy and right away you know that he don't give a damn. He tells you how they don't have any evidence to this, and this, but you know what? They don't have no evidence that it didn't occur as well. And basically what they did, here's what they did. They went up there with a bunch of backwooded hillbillies and a bunch of fucking country bumpkins is what Sheriff Ronnie Lawson did. A bunch of hand-picked country bumpkins that, probably didn't even finish high school, I would say, and went up there and they trampled all over hell and back and tore the whole crime scene up. And that's why nothing they had was worth a hill of fucking beans. They found a footprint next to one of the footprints that supposedly belonged to Summer, but they couldn't use it because it all trampled all over fucking hell and back, and they couldn't prove that it wasn't one of their own dumbass people they took up there that actually stepped in that particular spot instead of an assailant that may have been packing her off, right? So basically, Jody Sue, what they're saying is they don't know if it's your son's footprint or somebody else's, right?
Right.
That was in the search party that they fucked everything up with up there. And then Andy goes out there and not only that, but I'm going to tell you something. Jody Sue got caught. Jody Sue got caught in the area where all three of them footprints were found, especially the one behind Don Wells. Don Wells, well, it ain't nothing to Don Wells. Don Wells' stepdaddy, Mr. Goat's cousin's house. There's a footprint behind, it's between their property and another property that adjoins it's like right out back of this cousin's home, adjoined to another guy. I think his name is John. I'm not sure. I'd have to recheck that, but I think it's between the old Mr. Goat's cousins and another man and wife's property. But let me tell you about this particular property where this footprint was found. The old Mrs. Goat's the cousin. I'm going to call her Miss Goats because I ain't for sure what her last name is. She's the cousin to Mr. Goats, so I'm just going to call her old Miss Goats. But this old Mrs. Goats, and her daughter was there, and they heard something outside of their house, and so they went to investigate what the hell's out there running around outside of their home, and they found Jody Sue. Well, when they confronted her, Jody Sue started making up this story about hearing clinging metal and wanted to know if they had any metal. Was there any metal on their property anywhere? This, and this. And then they threatened to call the police on her.
Yeah.
When they threatened to call the police on her, she got out of there like a bat out of Hades, right?
Yeah.
She ran like hell. And they didn't see her again. Now, this is one of the spots where the footprint was found, that she was climbing all over. Around the time, it was a little bit after that law enforcement started finding these footprints. So, is this woman sick enough indeed to carry someone's foot in her pocket and make feet print to try to get people off the scent of what could have really happened? Absolutely. I mean, yes, I believe she's like she said, she's got a death box. She goes and picks up dead animals to throw in there, and she left that dog down the road to starve to death and die, right? I mean, this woman is disgusting. And we all heard what she said she could do to a baby, right? Even her own child, if it indeed had some type of, medical condition that was not going to allow it to live a normal life, like, a club foot or a if it's born with a cliff lip or anything, out of the normal, how she would just mother it, right?
Right.
I mean, this is a sadist bitch. And would she do that? Something as sick as that for her son or for someone that she's trying to cover for? I truly believe she would. I truly believe she's that disgusting. Absolutely. I call it like I see it. She's a horrible person. A very horrible person.
Well, yeah.
And and to sit there and act like she's afraid of people.
Bullshit.
Pure bullshit.
Yeah.
That's pure bullshit. Because that bitch is insane. She's already had a record for fucking,
she's been around the corner quite a few times.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is a bitch that is not intimidated by no one, right? She's not intimidated by anybody.
Nope.
No.
She knows what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing.
And I tell you, anybody with half a brain and know what the fuck to do with her, right?
Yeah.
They know what to do with her.
Yeah. Monster.
The monster is Jody Sue.
Yeah.
She is the monster.
Definitely. I'm sure law enforcement, they do listen to her.
I'm going to tell you, Pet Mom, call up, yes, TBI does know all the things she's saying on here. But call up Hockin County's sheriff department. Call them and ask them what they know. I guarantee you're going to get hung up on. You're going to get hung up on. They don't want. I don't know. I don't know if they know any of this or not. But they're sure in the hell not going to take time to listen to it. They're not going to take time to listen to you at all. At all. Will they take time to listen to you? They'll tell you it's rumor. You know, they got a missing child. That's it. That's all they know. And click, hang up on you.
Yeah.
They have every intention of letting Summer's case run cold and not give a fuck if anyone is ever prosecuted for doing whatever happened to this baby. Trust and believe that. Trust and believe that. And that's my opinion.
Well, in the beginning when Summer came up missing, like right away, PG, right away she made it off onto the Wells family. You know, of course, first thing to do is to blame the parents. Everybody does it in every in just about every missing child.
What we need to investigate, is not Ronnie Lawson, but the particular sheriff handling Summer's case.
Yeah. The detective for it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes. That's the one we need to know who indeed is he related to.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. The whole county. I'm serious. There's so many of them that are related to each other down there. It's just like not even really funny.
They're all related.
I know.
I mean,
yeah.
These people they're freaking a goat, and they're a Bernard, and they're a Lawson, and they've only gotten 5 fucking names down there, and they're all related to each other.
Yeah. Kim, a sick person does that. A sick person that runs the narrative of a story. She's gone on and on and on from day one. I mean, she only had 4 followers when she was on Facebook. And now look how many she has. Because I don't know. Shit just keeps falling out of her mouth more and more each day. And she blames life on other people. She comes up with all this false accusations. She's made the Wells look all like they're just like the worst people that have walked the face of the earth.
Right.
I am just saying that.
And Candace, Candace was the one that told about one of the footprints being up there between Jody Sue's and another neighbor's home, right?
Yeah.
Candace is the one that told on that.
I know Jody Sue doesn't live on
and
Ben Hill
Jody Sue
anymore.
was pissed. She was pissed when Candace told.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. No, she doesn't. You're right. She does not live on Ben Hill anymore. But I'm telling you what, she sure seems to know an awful lot about Ben Hill, doesn't she? Or yet, doesn't she? It's one or the other. Oh, I was friends with Candace. Oh no, I was never friends with Candace. They all did it to the Wells. As soon as everybody was interviewing Allie and Jody Sue and all those, the Wells are bad people. They did this, they did that. I just get so sick. I just get so sick of listening to the bullshit, the lies. You can't say that you were friends and see all this horrible stuff, and then Summer comes up missing, and then you come out with all this.
Mm-hmm.
You're just as guilty as they are, if that's what really happened. In my opinion.
I have not figured out which way it is with Jody Sue. whether it's she's got the dog in the race, or she just is one heinous fucking liar and destroyed this little girl's whole opportunity to get justice. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but why? Here's another question. Why would you go running your mouth off about a little girl that is missing and make up all these stories and lies?
For
What
self
would be, what would,
gratification,
yeah,
for self gain. And indeed, if she didn't know a fucking thing, that's in my book, that to me, that is that's worse. That's worse if she was trying to cover for her son. I mean, I could give her a little bit of respect if she was trying to, actually cover up for a waterhead son that indeed would be cruel enough and evil enough to do something like this, but the mother still loves him. And seeing that she has a pole swinging criminal fucking background as well, I could pretty much, understand that coming from her and her education in this life, right?
right.
But if indeed she is just a big fucking liar and destroyed this child's case for no apparent reason at all, except seeking selfishness, then she, in my book, is the biggest piece of fucking shit in the world. And she's still a piece of shit, even if she is trying to cover for someone heinous enough to do this to a child, because, a lot of other children are going to be, subject to the same damn thing at some point, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what we're talking about. Why has she gone so above and beyond to continue to tell stories every day, and some pretty bad accusations? Why does she continue to do this? Like I said, either she's covering for somebody, or she just knows that she can make a profit off in storytelling.
Something, morals is something that you just have or you don't. Morals is not something, that you learn or is instilled in you. It's something you just normally, you know, what I'm trying to say is, I don't care what background you come from. I don't care what kind of home you're raised in. There is people raised in barns with the worst people around them you ever seen, and they have morals. Now, they wasn't taught those morals because no one around them had any. They just were God given. And I think all of us, every last one of us, knows that we all know that you ain't supposed to take your clothes off and walk down the street, right? We all know that. We all know
Right.
that we're supposed to wear clothes. We all know that we're supposed to hold ourselves and conduct ourselves in a certain way. We all know right from wrong. Every damn one of us know right from wrong. We know that, by the time you're 14, 15 years old, whether lying's wrong, stealing's wrong, doing, nasty, provocative things is wrong. You just know. No one has to tell you, and either you follow those guidelines and and have good decent morals for yourself, and you know respecting everything for others as well, or you don't. It's up to you. I mean, this is choice, right? This is choice, and they choose to be immoral. Immoral people. They choose that.
Yeah.
They choose to be the nasty slobs that they are. That was their choice. I mean, they ain't one person. They ain't one person in here tonight that wants to see their daughter swinging that ass around on a pole.
No.
Not one.
Oh, and by
Not
the way,
one.
Jody
You don't
Sue,
want your niece. You don't want your niece. Your cousins. You don't want no one in your family swinging that ass on a pole. None of us do.
no.
And but if we did, it wouldn't be our choice. It would be theirs. And even though they know they're making the wrong choice, they still made it because that's who they are. And either you can accept who they are and their trashiness, or you can, like the Lord, turn your face away from it, kick the dust off your feet and move on and leave them to whatever they're doing there. I mean, and it sounds to me that's pretty much what Jody Sue's family done. They turned their face away, kicked the dust off of their feet, and they moved on because, as she said, her family didn't ever come up there to visit her. They didn't come around her. They obviously did not, obviously they had morals and she didn't. And they wasn't willing to put up with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna, and this is my opinion, in my opinion only, but as far as I'm concerned, and they have said it, everybody's still a suspect. And as for the Wells, I'm not sticking up for them, but maybe I am. But I'm just saying, everything that has been said about them, abusing their children, essayed their daughter, essayed their children, there's no proof. We have, until I read it from DCF or in a police report, I will never believe it. There is no proof on YouTube that there was harm done to those children. It's all been nothing but speculation and rumors.
Well, I tell you, those kids were dirty. Those kids were malnourished. Those kids were not taken care of properly. We all know this. We know there was a lot of abuse and neglect
from pictures.
When it came to the Wells family, the Wells children from the adults. As far as, food, clothes, personal hygiene, things like that. But no, there is no proof whatsoever that anyone was doing the nasty things that Jody Sue, you just heard Jody Sue trying to accuse Donald of doing.
Right.
And supposedly Candace knowing about it and being okay with it. I call bullshit.
Yeah, I do too. Oh, and hi. I just want to say hi, Jody Sue, because I'm sure that you're probably live streaming us right now.
Oh yeah, she's got them two big ears. She's probably, she's definitely got them two big ears popped up, right? Like a hound dog, listening to everything. Absolutely.
So let's talk about the truck, the red truck. Okay.
Okay.
Who came up with the story about the red truck?
Now, first of all, a red truck was supposedly seen. Candace had went to a yard sale about a week prior to Summer coming up missing. That's why the clothes were still in the back of Granny's vehicle. The particular outfit that Summer had on the day she came up missing, it was a school outfit. One of the school outfits that Candace had indeed bought at the yard sale for Summer to start school in. And she had bought a bunch of little hair bows and things like that at the yard sale as well to go with the outfits for Summer to wear for school. So that's why they were still in Candace's vehicle at the time. They hadn't took them into the house yet. Candace was going to get them out, take them in and clean them up before Summer started school. But they was, how they are, just lazy. So they were still out there in Grandis's vehicle, and a tote. They were in a tote in Grandis's vehicle.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, when Candace happened to be at this yard sale, there was a red truck that went by and circled around and came by a couple of times. And once Summer came up missing, the lady at the yard sale had reported it because she had seen it coming by the house that particular day, and I guess on a couple other occasions, but then she didn't see it no more. Then Jody Sue all of a sudden started with a red truck coming down there, and she could identify the man to a T if she just had a sketch artist, and people offered to get her all of that, and and she didn't ever do it, right?
Right.
And then she came out at first and she said that her and her son saw a red truck, seen a red truck go up the Candace's driveway the day Summer came up missing. And she said it went up to the basement door, is what she said, right? Remember, she said it went up and it stopped about where the basement door was to the downstairs.
Yeah.
And then she changed her story. She
Of
changed
course
her
she
story,
did.
and she said, no, it was a red car. She tried to say it was a car. And then it went from being a car to a red flash. And she said that her son seen it as well. And he said, no, Mom, that's the neighbor's vehicle, not none of the Wells. And they just dismissed it because her son said it belonged, whatever vehicle it was a neighbor's getting home. So, she's told 3 stories: a truck, a car, a flash. That's, and that's what she does. Because
Well,
she's a lying ass bitch, and I don't know why.
and do you remember when she said that she thought she saw somebody and they had a sketch artist that would do it for
She
free?
said in the red truck, that red
Yeah.
truck was, coming down their road. And she was out down where you get the mail, and damn near face to face with the guy, and she knows exactly what he looks like. And she said, he was real dark skinned, and basically, if you asked me, she was, trying to say that either it was like a roofer, somebody that was in the sun all the time, or else it was a different nationality than, the average, American human. So, is
Right.
what I was getting from her. Maybe Italian, Mexican, Latino, or whatever, right?
But yet she wouldn't let a sketch artist,
But
she wouldn't
oh no, they offered to get her a sketch artist. They
for
offered to pay
free.
for it for free,
Yeah.
and she, no, she didn't want to have nothing to do with it, right?
Right. Because heaven forbid if I could almost help find Summer,
Right.
help
And
find Summer.
she was hanging on Ziggy's panel over there for a while, right? Remember, she was hanging at Ziggy's all the time,
Yeah.
and Ziggy put up the wish list for her and all of the good shit, and then Ziggy goes down there. Ziggy thought that they had, this bonding or something, and she goes down there and calls Jody Sue up, and Jody Sue don't even want to meet with her, don't want to see her, don't, I guess Jody Sue's fucking, schizophrenia or something kicked in, right?
Yeah.
And she couldn't come out of the house. I don't know, but anyway,
I just feel she did if she got a sketch artist, it might have been a picture of her son.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And You know,
You know,
she's
if it
just a
was, it,
fucking weirdo, right?
yeah, and if it was an accident, you know, I mean, like, if it was an accident, maybe if she had gotten, if Summer had wandered down to the bottom of the hill and she did get hit by a vehicle and it was an accident, what would be the cover up for it? You know? So I don't believe Summer got hit down at the bottom of the hill
She
by a
said that
car.
she said the scream came from. She
No,
said she heard the scream inside the cabin. So that puts Summer. If indeed that was some, and at first you remember, she said she didn't know whose scream it was. That she didn't know if it was Candace or if it was someone else or if it was Summer because she never really heard Summer. And then now she says she heard Summer scream. Absolutely was Summer, right?
well, yeah,
I mean, if
yeah,
it
she
took you
did.
18 months to
But
know
then
now
it was
it was
wasn't
Summer.
it animalistic scream?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
animalistic scream.
bullshit,
Absolutely.
bullshit, Jody Sue, bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And, it's just all of her bullshit. But, indeed, I'm going to let you listen to out of her own mouth. She's going to play Summer outside. She's going to play Summer on a swing. So let's hear this.
I asked them, where the last place they saw Summer was. But what I was told was that the last place they seen Summer was at the swing set. And I was like, and then I asked how long that had been. And I get told 5-10 minutes. I immediately know that time's a lot, but I'm like, well, they're kids, and how time travel is different for children, right? So, pay no mind, but I do.
I bet she did immediately know that was off, right? I bet she did. If indeed she's got a dog in this race, she definitely knew that was the time was off and they were kids. But here's the thing. Summer's at the swing, right? They placed her at the swing and she had no problem with knowing that, right?
right.
She called the time being off, but you know, and that's what I'm saying. You know, I don't think Candace put Summer in a house, to be honest with you. And I think that that's why Candace ain't out here advocating for her daughter. It's because Candace wanted to give herself the picture perfect mom and felt that when she put the child in the house, she could not, go back and because then people's going to be like, but you said why
Right.
should we believe you now when you lied then. um Candace just didn't want to come out and say, hey, I was trying to be the mommy of the year, um portrayed a mommy of the year when indeed I didn't know where the freaking hell my daughter was at that time because we live on a big ass hill where normally you just don't have to watch your kids like that, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, Kim, you're right. Um, I had heard also that Summer was on the swing. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. All I know
No,
is
if it was, it would then we can understand. Then we can understand that yes, Jody Sue does have a dog in this race because if indeed Summer was out there on the swing and somebody, you know, and indeed the scream, Jody Sue heard the scream in the cabin, which was Summer, and now
mm-hmm.
she says it indeed was Summer. Then this puts Summer being took from that swing at some point, and like she said, the time's off, so she must have knew that the time was off, right?
Oh
The
yeah.
dog stomped at her feet.
Yeah.
And lots adding up that Summer, Candace wasn't watching Summer. Someone did right there in the community haul her off. There's a scream coming from Summer out of this cabin. Who else would have her in Jody Sue's cabin but who? Books, her son, right? Andy's indeed, saying he's the last one seen it, as if he had to clean up a mess for someone, and he Books was there, and And Jody Sue was trying to not even bring that up, right? But the little girl let everybody know, yeah, brother was there when dad was freaking the hell out. So, I mean, it is adding up that they possibly could have done something to this little girl, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, like her mouth has told it all, right?
Right. I mean, she's told
It's
the whole
come from
story.
her mouth and nobody else's.
She's told the whole story, right?
Yeah, yeah,
If I were the Wells, and indeed Candace didn't do anything to her daughter, and Don didn't do anything to his daughter, and Grandis done nothing to, Summer. If indeed it's true that, Summer just poofed off of there,
mm-hmm.
I would say, Donald was in the right yard when he was up there talking to Andy, right?
Yeah,
I'd say he was in the right fucking yard.
yeah, I'd say he was too.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, when you look
So,
at all, when you've really researched, everything, and when it comes down to it, I mean, the only one that's running their mouth and telling the story is her.
the
She
only
seems,
thing that I could think the dogs, she said the key lies with the dogs. The only thing I could think that when it comes to the dogs, either they put Summer underneath one to keep the smell from being able to be tracked, or, and she did have a dog that died, that
yeah,
did die up there by that barn, one that they could have easily, put over top of someone to keep the smell from being found. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I just know that with this lady in her mouth, she's looking awful damn shady, and she's implicating her family way more than the Wells have ever been implicated in all of this.
Danny, yeah, PG and I have talked about that. I think we talked about that about a month or two ago. That her son, what was his name? Say his name. What was his name, PG? What's
Who?
Jody Sue's son's name? Okay, I'll just say
And
it.
well, it's little Andy, it's Boogs,
Boogs,
it's Damien.
Damien.
Yeah, he's got like all kinds of names.
Yeah, but we've
It
never
depends on
heard.
who knows him.
Yeah,
Right?
it's true. It's true. You my mama today? No. Anyways, but you're right, Danny. He is the only one that has not spoken. The only one that has not. He did say something about the scream, but that was it. That is all he has ever said.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to think that Candace and Candace knows exactly what happened that day. And they do. I mean, they do. Candace and Grandis absolutely know if they had any involvement in what happened to Summer or not. They absolutely know that. But I'm starting to think to myself that Grandis passed the lie detector's test. Donald passed the lie detector's test. Candace passed, well, she failed at first, and then, kind of shadiness passed. I mean, they got question on her, but Candace also lied. Candace lied about indeed putting Summer in the house. I do not think she put Summer in the house at all. I think the boys, if the boys told Jody Sue, I mean, Jody Sue just placed Summer outside on the swing. And indeed, that could be where Summer came out and went right over to her swing, and that's where she was lured away from, right? She could have been. I mean, from my understandings, that there was a bunch of people up there on Don's land talking, and one of their little booby trap alarms went off, and they started chasing the guy. He was wearing a white shirt, right, and jeans, and they chased him, and then they lost him for a minute, but then they found him on Jody Sue's driveway, and it was her son, and he's wearing the exact clothes that they were chasing. And Jody Sue's like, no, he wasn't up there. You're a damn liar. He's been here the whole time. We just got back. And everyone standing there knew indeed that was him and that he did haul ass. Now, if he could get there that fast, up there and away from there that quickly, then it sounds to me like that ain't the only time that boy's been up there stalking that property.
Oh,
Right?
definitely.
And it sounds like, he could have been stalking that day. And like Jody Sue said, she heard the scream. She, with her own mouth, and I played it. I heard a scream. I heard a scream inside the cabin. Inside the cabin, she said. It's a slip of the lip. But she said in the cabin.
So Lady Q says, months ago I had an opportunity to ask JS if she knew if septic tanks were searched properly. Boy, that question really pissed her off. Why would that question have pissed her off so bad? Huh. This is what I don't understand. When Carly came up missing, Hawkins County, Lawson they got like everybody together to go looking for that little girl. Right? There was no ifs, ands, and buts. Everybody was out there looking for her. But then when Summer came up missing, it was like, no, you can't go looking. Gotta have search teams. Maybe the first 2 days I could see that happening. But after that, I probably would have said, come on, everybody, let's get together and go look for this little girl. But it makes no sense.
I'm going to tell you. And she talks about the dogs now, as hungry as them dogs get, they could have ate the evidence. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if we all can figure out that riddle, we probably would figure out where Summer is, huh?
Right. Right.
Why don't you just tell us, Jody Sue? I know you're watching. I know you're a coward. You're a total coward.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, you are.
She ain't scared for herself. She's scared for her son. That's what she's scared for.
Yeah. Yep. And if you want to clear your son's name, you might as well have him come out of hiding and do a little bit of talking. Because in my opinion only, he had a whole lot to do with Summer's missing. And the way your mouth runs, you are making it. You're like telling the story. All these little tidbits in your story. It's all about you and him. And what happened to Summer that day. And you're making it look like it was the Wells. You make it look like it was the Wells that did everything. I ain't falling for it. Not me. No, I'm more interested in you and your son. So keep talking.
Oh, trust me, she'll be talking now. I just kick back, eat my corn dogs, listen to Wisconsin Mama tell her what for, right?
How many corn dogs are you eating? Yeah, we'll be called tragedy pimps now.
Girl, I ain't ate all day. I have no idea how many I have no idea.
So we're gonna be called the monsters, tragedy pimps, making money off in Summer's name. Oh please, like seriously. Nobody over here is making any money off in Summer. But only you're the one that's making a ton of money off in Summer over there. So
shoot, I'm gonna tell you something. This lady can shut her face, because I'll tell you why. Jody Sue absolutely got a GoFundMe when they were actually taking up money for the billboards. And she had a GoFundMe going, but not just a GoFundMe. There was a bunch of people funding her, giving her money to Indeed. That's why she got the restraining order against Andy. Her son said, I'm not going to do it because dad ain't even around here. He ain't even bothering nobody. But she did it with her and her daughter because she needed that as proof because everybody was saying, show receipts, show receipts, show receipts. And she knew she was going to need that as a receipt to get a pity party and to get people to give her all kinds of money, as they did. And they moved her off of that hill and Indeed into a big trailer home. Well, that wasn't good enough for her. Do you know that she had people move her again? Yeah.
Really?
Yes, she did. She tried to say that people were stalking her and she was scared where she was and this and that. And so they moved her again. They actually moved her again into, from my understanding, a bigger trailer home. And that's where her and her daughter's staying now. Not only that, but get this. She also got enough money, from my understanding. She purchased a piece of land. You know the piece of land where we have been looking, the map where we was looking and people thought that, they saw people down in that little sinkhole or whatever.
Yeah.
We was going over that map there for a while.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah. Well, do you know that there's some adjoining property there that actually Jody Sue has purchased?
Oh, how convenient.
Oh, yes. And when she was on Ziggy's channel, she got a ton of money. People giving her money to help move the cabin that, she heard the scream come out of.
Yeah.
That particular cabin, to help them move it off the hill and onto this piece of land for her and her kids, right?
Yeah.
That's what they was doing. And she had a big fucking wish list, right? For, well, the first Christmas, she had one for her oldest son. She had a wish list for her oldest son, for her daughter, and her. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the wish list went down to just her and her daughter, right?
Yeah.
And Ziggy was putting that one out there, all kinds of shit. And people were buying her all kinds of stuff as well, right?
Yeah.
And then she get off of Facebook onto YouTube. And the reason she went to YouTube is because, she wanted to be able to get the super stickers, the super chats, the super everything, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, that bitch has a Venmo. She has a Cash App. She has a PayPal. Are you fucking kidding me? Because Jody Sue, bitch, I don't got none of those.
Nope, none of them.
Not a fucking one, hon.
You're not feeding yourself off in summer.
Not a fucking one.
Oh, and by the way, Jody Sue, she does not have an Amazon wish list either for her kids.
Oh, no, I don't.
This Christmas.
Absolutely
like
not.
You do.
Absolutely
and shame
not.
on you, you piece of shit. Shame on you.
Single mom. I'm a single mom. 4 kids. With 4 children. I bust my fucking ass. And I'm going to tell you what, no, I don't have a wish list. And I don't wish to have one at all. My kids will get what I can afford and they'll be happy with it or not. I don't care because that's the way, I run my household. Hopefully they are happy with, I got good kids. 99.9% of the time, they're happy with whatever we can afford because they know we can't afford much. And, and I want to keep my kids humble. I want to keep them, being the people they are.
Yeah.
I don't want that to change. And no, I'm not going to, borrow, beg, or steal any way, form, or how. Absolutely not. It is what it is. And we're not supposed to be out here for wish list, and we're not supposed to be out here for Cash Apps, Venmos, and all of this shit. We're supposed to be out here for these missing children, keeping them in the spotlight, doing all we can, staying on law enforcement's ass the way I try to get on it today, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we're supposed to be doing.
That's because we care. We
Absolutely.
care, Jody Sue. We care.
Where, Jody Sue, where are your pictures of summer? When do you pop up pictures of summer and say, I wish she would come home? When do you pop up pictures of summer and say law enforcement needs to get off their ass and start finding out what happened to this baby? When do you pop up anything about summer? Actually, Jody Sue, I'd like to know, how often do you really ever talk about summer without degrading or trying to put her down? Because that's all I've heard out of your mouth since day one, right? That she was a brat, that that
Yeah.
you kind of liked the middle boy, but the rest of them kids were shit, and that implies that Summer was too, right?
Yeah. Being she wasn't your friend before Summer came up missing, right?
And right, and she ain't supposed to be no friend of this family. She was just a nosy fucking bitch neighbor across the road they could see over on their hill, right? And I'm gonna tell you another thing that bothers me. Why did that whole community feel like it was their business when Don and Candace pulled up and with the new car seat and the baby, which was Summer, and went up on that hill?
Yeah.
Why? There is something fucking creepy and weird about that. Kind of like Rosemary's Baby kind of shit, right?
Yep. Yeah.
There's something real fucking sinister when, because I'm going to be honest with you. Somebody carries a baby in a new car seat or a baby in to their home in our community. I might see it, but we don't say anything to anyone else. And I don't go tell my neighbor. Me and my neighbors don't get together and say, oh my goodness, not another one. We don't do that. We don't do that. That's disgusting.
Hey, Krama. Right. It is disgusting, PG. It is. Krama Exposed, why don't you take a link and come on up and let's talk about it if we're twisting and lying so much and trying to tell PG to do her research. Come on up and let's talk. Because
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, we would love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah. And won't you come up and tell us why? When did you come? Here's the thing. If we're lying, why don't you come up here, hon, and tell us the truth? You know the truth. You must know the truth if you think we're lying. So come up here and tell us the truth. There you go. I'm interested in hearing it. If you know it, hon, come and let us know it. Please do share. Do tell. Right?
People like these two here put their own meanings on her words. Seriously? Seriously? Do you actually think that you could support a woman over there like that downgrades and everybody and makes false accusations against all the neighbors around her? What has she ever said good about Summer?
I'm going to tell you,
please do come on up.
Old Exposed there. Old Exposed there. That's no, we don't put anything on her words. Her words are like anyone's words. Plainly under fucking stood.
Yeah, they come out right out of her mouth.
What she said was plainly understood. Maybe you're the one, maybe you are the one that is hearing what you want to hear instead of what is being fucking said. And people like you do that all the time. You love to twist people's words to hear what you want to instead of what exactly is being said. Well, that's an old devil's trick. And everybody's already onto it. And nobody gives a fuck about it anymore. You are so late to the party.
Yeah.
You are so really fucking late to the party. You are like 19 fucking 99, hon.
Yeah.
You are fucking 1999. Get the hell out of it. Move forward. We done passed your ass up.
I'm
right?
pretty sure it's JSB.
Why don't you do the new devil's trick now? Why don't you try the new one? And the new
Disappear.
one is don't say Christmas. Don't say this. And don't pick a fucking word that you don't like someone to say and then jump on it with both feet when they do. Okay? Do that because Merry fucking Christmas. I will say any word I damn well please because this is America and I have the damn freedom and the right to say whatever I want to, and that's what I will do. So you can pick a word and you can stick it up your ass and spin on it because to tell you the truth, I don't give a shit about your damn word. Don't tell me what to do. Go live your own fucking life, right?
Amen.
There you go.
Amen to that. And why don't you go back over and tell Jody
Yeah,
Sue
why don't you go back over there and kiss that all day ass of Jody Sue's? That's an all day job to kiss that big ass. So go over there and start kissing on it.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. Nobody wants to even hear you. Nobody wants to see you. Take that ass and go.
Jody Sue has been crying to her chat for 20 minutes. Crying about what? Because we're calling her out over here?
Oh, transcripts don't mean anything when you're putting meaning on her. Bitch, you put the
check out
meaning
the
on
other
her own
channels.
words.
Everybody's calling
Who
her
are
out.
you for? Are you for Summer, Moon, Utah, Wells? Because if you're not, get the hell out of here. We are. Get the hell out of here. If you are for the suspects in this case, the people that may have did this to this little girl or covered it up, get the fucking hell up out of here.
Yeah.
One of my mods needs to just cut you off right now. Block that dumb fucker. I'm not sure if it's male or female. I don't even care.
I don't think there's a mod in here.
I gotta have mods in here.
Where's Ronald? There's no Ronald. Ronald, where are you? KU, are you here?
Yeah, I got some mods in here.
Where are they? I don't see anybody. I don't see KU. I don't see Ronald. Don't make me go down there. I don't see anybody.
I got bound to have mods. I know I got mods in here.
Deputy, where are you?
Deputy ain't a mod.
Oh, he ain't a mod.
No, I'm about to make him one though. He's in here all the time. I'm definitely about to make him one.
I don't see Deputy either. Blue Eye Webster, give me a wrench. Nope, there's no mods in here, PG.
I'll be dang. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll have a whole bunch of them tomorrow. I'm going to wrench a few people.
Yeah, Blue Eyes is begging. Give her one.
Oh, there's beautiful Sunflower. She's in here.
Oh, she must have just came in. She was in the shower. She just came in.
I don't want to take you in the shower with me. That is hilarious.
Oh, Tammy Fields is here. You can give her a wrench. Give Tammy a wrench, PG.
Be honest with you, I have to wrench after the live.
Oh, okay.
I can't. If I can't, it might throw me out. If this shitty ass computer I've got, if I try to go wrench, I might get kicked completely out of here. So, but I will after tonight. There will be new wrenches in here tomorrow. Absolutely.
Yay! I know.
Absolutely.
KU was here too, but I don't know where she must have got off.
I know that Lady Q's in here a lot. She's in here a lot with me.
Yeah, Lady Q, Tammy Fields.
And I
Blue
see a few
eyes.
more that definitely are in here as well. So
You're gonna have to throw their names into a hat and pick one.
no, I'm just gonna make if I rent you and you don't want to rent, just let me know through an email or Facebook, and I would de-rent you. But if you're okay with it, then let me know that as well. Let me know that you're all right with it. I so appreciate all my mods. I appreciate all my mods in here.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they're out. Pick me. Everybody's like, pick me, pick me.
Beautiful sunflower. Um,
I'm glad she got her shower taken.
oh, she's always in here, like, with me.
Yeah.
I have seen her stay with me till morning hours, and I feel so bad. I'm like, she is so kind, so sweet,
Yeah, she
and
is sweet, isn't she?
she really sticks with me 100%, and I'm like, I'm so grateful and thankful for that. And a lot of my other mods, stick with me as much as they can as well, and I am grateful for that as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Oh, look at
I
you got a
have
super
some really.
sticker.
Oh yeah, I so appreciate that. Yes, yes. I think I saw one pass us up earlier. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know if
did.
I don't know if I called it out or I didn't, because we were so into
Putting down Jody Sue.
yeah, yes, it's Tracy. I so appreciate that too. God
Nice.
bless.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Tracy.
We're gonna get a new computer. We're gonna get it. Oh, and there's one, Flo. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Absolutely.
fantastic.
Yeah. We're definitely we're gonna get that computer, and then I'm gonna be really something to reckon with then, right? We got a new member as
Oh,
well. All right.
oh,
Yeah, Blazer. Absolutely. God bless.
that's sweet. That is
Yes.
sweet. Getting
Wow.
bigger by the day.
Amen. Summer's Army's really growing, and I am so appreciative of that. Absolutely.
Oh, you
But
just got
yeah,
another. You just got another $5 one.
Jody Sue absolutely
Nature lover.
has a problem. She has a problem, and you see, she placed Summer out on the swing like that was no shock to her, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was no, but the time, she knew the boy saying 5-10 minutes ago was they were way off on the time. Now, how would she know that?
Well, that's just it. That's what I was thinking about.
Because if I walked
The
up and I said,
timeline.
"Hey, where's the last time you guys seen your sister?" I know nothing about it, and I say, "Hey, when's the last time you guys seen her?" 5-10. Where was she on the swing? I'd be like, "Oh, okay. Well, she can't get far in that length of time, so let's get to looking, right?"
Right.
I
Right.
mean, I'm going to be like, "Okay, this kid's only 5 or 10 minutes, ahead of us, and so we're going to be able to do something here." Um, and she's like, but I knew that time was off. They're just kids. Now, how'd you know? Because hell, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
I'd have had no idea. Right?
Right. That's why I think, and it's just my opinion, but I think that's why the timeline is off.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So,
I'm going to tell you, somebody just don't stay in a case the way she did, so diligently in something. The way, I mean, this woman has not wavered at all in 18 months.
no.
Something's fucking wrong with this picture. She's not this child's mother.
No.
She's not this child's aunt. She's
Nope.
not this child's any fucking thing. She's not even this child's friend.
There you have it.
She's nothing to this child. Matter of fact, she couldn't stand this child. So why she got her fucking nose in all of this anyway? There's something wrong with this picture.
Hmm. Tech,
Something absolutely positively is not right about all of this. And why did she care so much to try to keep her son out of everything?
yeah. Yeah.
Now, from what Fred Hill says, her son was up there a week and a half earlier, indeed in a pool with Summer by himself.
Well, and he also liked to hunt up there too, according to her words on the messages.
So
Texas Brat Brat says
I don't know.
she is literally crying on her channel. Well, you know what? Go on back over there and tell her, Texas Brat Brat, that she better take her medication.
She's
She brought
literally
it on
crying.
herself. You know what? She brought it on herself. She has nobody to blame but herself. She doesn't know when to shut her mouth.
No, she sure don't.
No, I have
Should have
no
shut that.
sympathy for her.
She should have shut that slut up a long time ago.
No sympathy for her whatsoever. Not at
Hell
all.
no. You know who I have sympathy for? You want to
Why
know
not?
who I got sympathy for? I got sympathy for that freaking bratty ass kid that was wanting a towel and ran out of that shower with a grown ass human behind him, unclothed.
Yeah.
When Jody
Yeah.
Sue's ass was up there and seen that. You know who I have pity for? I have pity for the little girl that she didn't get out of that fucking truck off her ass, her big ass, out of that vehicle she was in and say, hey, Candace, let's get this baby a towel, go get her some clothes, let's get her dressed, right? Let's get her dressed. And furthermore, let me see what cocksucker's in there running around all wet that might have came out of the shower with her. Because that asshole needs to be turned in ASAP, right?
Right. Right.
That's let's call 911. Let's call, Child Protective Services, and let's do something about this. But then again, when Candace was sitting around feeding the kids alcohol in a sippy cup, she wasn't calling nobody either, right?
Right.
And when Andy supposedly was selling Candace drugs to sedate the children, and it wasn't weed either, to sedate these little girls, not just Summer, but other little girls, so they could do horrible things to them. She wasn't calling Child Protective Services then as well, right?
Right. Right.
I
None of them
mean,
did.
and so why is she out here? Why is she out here expecting to get respect when she fucking had none for the people that these little children that needed her to save the day for them? She
Yeah.
had no damn respect for these children that needed help. But she's sitting over there right now crying and like I'm supposed to give a fuck. I'm sorry I don't.
No.
I'm sorry I don't.
No.
I don't give a rat's ass about her fucking crying.
And so, yeah, her son does like to hunt because she put it out in a text message with Andy. So Andy's a bullshit liar too, because it's in a text message. She showed it right there. But I'm just saying that if she's over there crying, I'll send you a box.
Exactly.
I will
I
send you a
agree.
box of Kleenex, Jody Sue.
I agree. Yeah, let's send her a box of Kleenex.
Yeah.
Who says all this time as a suspect, normal people would demand they are cleared? Of course, innocent people, that is. Right. I so agree with you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would want my ass cleared.
Yeah,
Right?
but there has been people out there that have done bad things and totally get themselves involved in the case to keep an eye on the case. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I mean, I just want Summer found. I don't want to be listening to her anymore because she's really, I don't know. I'm just saying, I feel like Jody, yep, you're covering up for your son, plain and simple.
Yeah, you're
And that's what
exactly. She,
throws the timeline off.
you know, Holmes is right. She kind of threw Andy under the boy. She threw Andy's ass under that bus. Like she throwed him under there so many times, right? So many times to get ran over. It was pathetic. I don't even know how he survived it all. To be honest with you, I mean, she was throwing him under the bus, supposedly hauling off Summer's body, supposedly being the last one to see Summer's dead body. You
Yeah.
know, I
Yeah.
mean, she was just like really putting this guy under the bus, right?
Well, she
And
threw him. Yeah. I mean, like he was the one that did all the bad things to her. And,
oh yeah, monster, monster, monster.
well, I think the monster lives in the camper.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
I think the real monster is Jody Sue Brown. I
Yeah.
hate to say
Beautiful
that.
sunflower. Yes. She does have another wish
Now,
list out for
is she just
Christmas.
a big fat lion monster? Very, very damn good possibility. I don't know. But, but then again, could she have a dog in this race? Absolutely. But no one, no one has made more off of Summer Wells' case than Jody Sue Brown. I'm going to tell you something. Jody Sue Brown made more off of Summer's case than probably Summer got in her reward fund. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, Jody Sue Brown was racking it up. And let's remember that she was trying to take half of everything that Candace was getting as well. I mean, she thought Candace owed her half of those gift cards, half of everything Candace and Donald was bringing in. Jody Sue actually thought she was going to get dividends from. And what made her believe that she was going to get dividends?
Yeah. What made her think that she was going to get it?
From their royalties coming into them, that to help get attorneys and so forth and so on.
Why
Right?
would she think that she was going to get something out of them?
Oh, she was. At first, she was. She
That's
absolutely was. And I told Candace, I said, why the hell are you giving her anything? Because I heard their phone call I heard her and Candace because Candace does speakerphone with people. And I heard her and Jody Sue carrying on in the background. And I told Candace, I said, because Jody Sue's voice when you hear it, right?
right.
You know it. I mean, they ain't no missing that bitch's voice. And I said, what the hell was that all about? And Candace said that, Jody Sue was wanting money, which, yeah, that's what she was talking about. And I said, but why? Why does she think you should give her anything, right? I said, she's getting a ton of shit. She's making a ton of money. Is she giving you part of everything she's making? And Candace said, no. I said, then why the fuck does she expect you to give her yours? And Candace said, I don't know, and I'm not giving her no more. She ain't getting nothing else. And I said, I don't blame you. Why the fuck would you be giving her anything to begin with, right?
Oh.
That was the conversation. And yes, she was talking to Jody Sue. And Jody Sue knows she was talking to her. Hell yeah, she does. That was the conversation they had.
Well, that's the one question why Candace would you give
I said why
her
too.
money?
And she was already getting a shit ton of gift cards from Candace. Candace was getting like shit tons of gift cards from to like Walmart, and tons of gift cards to all kinds of different places, restaurants and everything else. And they were getting a lot of cash cards as well. Candace was getting a lot of money in a cash app. And Jody Sue thought that she's entitled to that shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, Jody Sue, you're fucking not. And Candace shut that shit off. She shut it off. Like I told her, let Jody Sue fend for her fucking self, What makes her entitled to somebody else's share of anything? But she wants to sit over there and talk about, people getting, and yes, I so appreciate that. Mountain
Um,
survivors. Merry Christmas. Amen. Super chat. And I so appreciate it because, that helps keep this channel going for these missing children. I mean, and that's what I put it into. That's what I put it into. And yes, I do my homework. I do diligently. I mean, I was listening to Jody Sue when nobody else wanted to listen to that bitch, right?
no, I couldn't listen to her. I told you that.
But I was. I mean, diligently listening to her.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, that kind of shit right there could put you insane. Trying to listen to that riddle tongue bitch, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And I was keeping up with everything. So, when people say, one thing I can say for this channel, it's the most honest, truthful, and well researched channel out here on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
We don't bring it to the table unless it's truth. And everybody heard it right out of the horse's mouth tonight. Everything that I said, you heard it out of the horse's mouth. I didn't, I just didn't come on here and say, Jody Sue said this. I played her voice out to you. I let everybody hear, what I'm saying is whatever I come here with, I'm able to back it the hell up.
Yeah.
I back it up because it's truth.
According to JSB, she has all her receipts too.
Yeah, why don't she show them?
Yeah.
Why don't she show those receipts? Because I'm going to tell you something about Jody Sue. Nobody really liked her. And that's the truth. Nobody really liked her. She tried to walk around with her big nails and spending all that money, trying to, keep herself up like a high class whore, right? Up there on that hill. And like she was above and beyond everyone else when she was nothing but, pure envy, because Donald actually married Candace. Donald and Candace actually, got that property left to them, right? Don and Candace had all those 4 kids running around. They always had money in their pocket. Donald worked, Donald really did love Candace. And I'm telling you now, he would not any way, form, or how. I don't care what anyone says. Donald really cares about his wife, and he was not looking to do anything upon Candace, except at one point when he asked me to research if he could get the reward. Now, we did have that conversation. If he could, he said he was going to divorce her. And I clearly let him know, because you are family, you are not going to get no even if you divorce her, you can't get the reward.
Right.
Okay. And that was the end of that conversation. Now, does he know something that could possibly, could he have told something that could possibly have hung some people? I feel like yes, Donald knew something, or he wouldn't have been planning a divorce to try to get that great big reward fund, right? That's what I'm saying. So he obviously knows something. Now, what does he know? I don't know. I don't know what he knows. Does he know that, Candace lied about putting Summer in the house? Does he know that, she lied? That maybe, does he know that she had somebody up there on the hill that possibly walked off with Summer? I don't know what Donald knows.
Yeah, I know.
I just know that at one point he was thinking about the reward fund and researching if he could actually get it if he divorced Candace. I do know that. That's a fact. That is a fact.
So somebody wanted to know do you know if Don went back to work, or do you know if he quit his job?
No, Donald's back to work. That man he worked for took him because Donald is really good at what he does. He's good at drywalling.
Yeah. And why wouldn't he be? I mean,
he's
look
one
at
of
his
the
mom.
best. He's one of the best. He's one of the best drywall finishers that particular company has.
Mm-hmm.
And absolutely they're going to keep him on no matter what.
Yeah.
That man is not going to lose, what I'm saying is that man ain't going to lose money. Donald makes him money.
Yeah. So
oh wow, butterfly kisses, I appreciate that. Merry Christmas,
sweet.
TG. God bless. God bless.
Thank you for supporting.
I am
PG.
so grateful. Absolutely.
So yeah, she can keep her Kleenex up her sleeve.
Yeah, she can.
JodiSue, we're not JodiSue, we're not a cesspool over here. We're not the one that's living in a camper taking shit in a bucket like you.
Amen.
We're not cesspools.
We're not spending all day building an outhouse, that's for sure.
Yep, there you go. Yeah.
You know,
I mean, when are you gonna get it? We are people that care about summer, and we want summer found.
we're
And
people
not
that
gonna
get up off
stop.
our asses and we work every day to have what we got.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
We're not the tragedy pimps. We're not the bloodsuckers sucking money off of people to tell a story. That's you.
And
That's
every day that we've ever been on here, we keep this right here, Jody Sue.
Skip to my loo, skip to my loo, skip to my loo,
Skip to the loo, my darling. There you go. There you go. We keep these babies in the spotlight. This is what we do, right? That beautiful baby right there, bitch, that you didn't help. The one that you didn't help right there. We keep in the spotlight. We have kept her in the spotlight. 18 months, Jody Sue. It just passed, or 28 months. No, 18. Let me back up. You're pissing me off. But 18 months we have kept her in the spotlight. It just came to her 18th month. What did you do for her, Jody Sue? What did you do for Summer Moon Utah Wells on the 15th of December for Summer Moon Utah Wells? 18 months missing. What did you do, Jody Sue? I want to ask you, what did you do? Did you put a picture of her up? Did you put a flyer? Did you put a fucking candle? Did you ask anyone to pray for her?
Nope.
You didn't do a damn thing. Not a damn
Although
thing.
PG, she does say tragedy pimps, cash apps, all off in Summer's name. That's the only time you'll hear her say Summer. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you something. She's the tragedy pimp. She is the Cash App, the Venmo, the PayPal, all of the shit, all combined into one. She sits there and she wants to, I'm going to tell you something. I pay out of my pocket to run this channel, Jody Sue. Single mom, 4 kids, and we do without. So that we can keep these children in the spotlight. What the fuck do you do without? How much research are you doing? You live on the same lane the Summer Moon Utah Wells lives. You live on the hill right across the fucking road. And what the hell research have you done to try to help this baby be brought home and put to rest and get some justice? Not a damn thing. You're from around there. And you should have been doing a lot more for this baby, but you wasn't, right? You was.
Curse
Do
with
not come out here and
curiosity.
try to criticize the people that are doing everything they can do for this little girl when you have done not a fucking thing. How many children have your channel um, been able to bring home, Jody Sue? Because you know what? We just brought a child home, right? With God's help.
Yes.
With God's help. And everybody pitching in together. All of us working together. And what did we get told by that shitty law enforcement? That we need to do their job, right?
Yeah.
And you know what, Jody Sue? We did it. We did their fucking job. We done their fucking job. With God's help, we did the job. And this little girl was brought home safe. 12 years old, brought home safe. So don't tell us what we're over here doing. Because you know what? We're doing God's work. We're doing all good. Your ass is the one, the evil bitch sitting over there doing nothing for no one but yourself. You're a self-centered, self-seeking piece of shit. That's what you fucking are.
Yeah.
Play that out to your people. Play that out to your people over there. Because they need to hear exactly what the fuck you are.
Totally brainwashing.
Get your waterworks going, hon. Get your waterworks going. And ask me if I give a flying rat's ass about your waterworks, because I don't. Absolutely not. It probably smells like a rat's ass in your trailer. Because I heard you're lazy as hell and you don't do nothing for yourself. Andy had to do everything. That's probably why he left you. Because, you know, it's kind of nice for a man to have a woman that takes care of him for a while instead of him always having to take care of some fucking body else, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Save our bees. She says I met a guy from Tennessee that he knew Don and said that he was a meth head that definitely sold his daughter. Well, you should have told the guy to go watch JSB's channel. Might have changed his mind.
I'm gonna tell you, I ain't know the meth head yet that could hold a job like Don Wells has.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting that Don Wells isn't, for one,
Hey, the guy admittedly
Don Wells does not do meth to tell you the truth.
No,
That's truth. He doesn't do meth.
no, he does
Don
not.
Wells does coke.
Yes.
That's what he does. He does the rich man sugar.
And he
There you
told
go.
everybody that. He didn't hide that. He told everybody that. He told people he was, that coke was his thing. And he came out and he told the truth, and he didn't have to lie about
Yeah, he
that.
does. He
You know,
tells the Don don't care. He doesn't
there,
care.
there ain't
And that's
nobody.
exactly what he does.
Jody Sue, get your head out of your ass. There is nobody tampering with your YouTube channel except for you. There is nobody stalking you. Little paranoid.
The walls have eyes.
Yeah, what, your four walls with your what is that? What is that? Oh, come on, everybody. We all seen the picture
You
behind
know,
it.
you know why she's crying? You know why she's crying right now? She's crying because she knows that we just shut her ass down. She knows that we just told the truth on her. And she
Yeah.
knows people are going to listen to this truth. And people are going to start viewing her for what she is instead of what she's tried to betray herself to be, right?
Right.
I'm going to tell you something. This little girl on this panel right now is the only thing that I care about. I don't care about Don Wells. I don't care about Candace Wells. I don't care about Grandis. I don't care about Jody Sue, Andy, or anybody else up there in that shithole. What I do care about is this beautiful little girl that is missing right now, that needs to be found, needs to be brought home, and needs justice for against whoever and whatever has happened to her.
Yeah.
That
Absolutely
is what
agree,
I'm
PG.
concerned with, and nothing more, nothing less.
Well, the thing is that I haven't heard anything about how the Wells are doing, what they're doing.
The Wells are doing just fine and fucking dandy right now.
He was in jail for a year. That was a good time to get himself cleaned up.
The
That
Wells
doesn't
are
mean he came
the
back
Wells
out.
are up there watching these videos, laughing their asses off as normal.
Yeah.
As normal. That's what they're doing. Candace still sucking her liquor down. Donald's already started hitting the bottle again himself, right, Donald? You done started hitting the bottle again yourself. I already know. I already know. How do you know, PG? I know.
Well,
It is what it is. Can't teach old dogs a new trick.
Well, and not only that, but how would we're not in their position. They've lost a daughter. How we don't know how we would react.
They're not getting the boys back.
No.
They're not getting the boys back because after losing the child on that hill the way they did, and being suspects and law enforcement already wandering off the table, no way they're getting the kids back until somebody gets to the bottom of this case. And I don't know who that somebody's going to be.
But it's going to be somebody.
It'll be somebody at some time. I think right now they're getting ready to reform Tennessee's law enforcement.
I think they are too. If exactly,
Denny, it's about Summer, not Jody Sue. Stop playing the victim. Absolutely. Summer is the victim. Yes, she is. Absolutely. And Jody Sue is a predator. She's been a predator ever since this little girl came up missing, right?
Yeah, she has been.
She's been preying on this little girl all the way through. Reaping everything she can from it.
We're not tragedy pimps for calling you out, Pete.
She has come such accustomed to living off this little girl's back. She don't want to give it up, right?
No, it's her income.
That's bullshit.
Why would she?
That's bullshit.
I mean, it's her income. And isn't she on Social Security disability or something?
Well, she's got all that Venmo and all that shit in her son's name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I guess she's not stupid. Excuse me.
Right.
Huh. That's all right. They'll catch up to that too. All good things.
No, you can't, Lady Q.
Come to an end, Jody Sue. They do.
You cannot talk common sense or compassion to someone like Jody Sue. No. She has no compassion. She had no compassion for this baby that's sitting upon our screen right now. And I don't have no compassion for people that has no compassion for these children. Absolutely not.
She has none.
These kids have become a part of us. They have become part of our family. We love these kids and we want justice for these children. We want this shit to stop. We want the laws changed. We want the laws to do exactly what Georgia done, right? In the Quentin case. We want them to pull up and it's a crime scene right there and then till that baby is found.
Well, so Pit Mom says, my issue with the Wells is their lack of effort in searching. They could not go out searching. Seriously, the police would not let them go out searching for their child with them.
I'll tell you what, they when the other little girl came up missing in Tennessee, they didn't care who searched. They was calling out anyone and everyone that wanted to join up. Let's find her. But Summer, they didn't do that. Why?
No. Why?
If you called the tip line for the other little girl, they'd sit there and talk and listen to everything you had to say. But you call them now, and you're wasting their time, and they hang up on you. So you tell me what the hell's going on down there in Summer Wells' case, because I don't know. But whatever it is not right.
It's something very dirty.
It's something sick. It's sinister. Yeah. It's definitely sinister.
Tammy, can you seriously hear me eating my brownie? Are you kidding me? And Lady Q, yes, you're right. $600, and then they're taxed on their money. So yeah, her son could get in trouble.
I don't know. I don't know how the Cash Apps and Venmos and all of that works because I don't have them. I absolutely don't have them, and God knows, I mean, I make nothing hardly. I mean, that's the truth. I make hardly nothing.
Well, yeah, because doesn't YouTube take a certain percent?
YouTube takes 30% of everything, yes, and then by the time you pay, StreamYard, and you pay, and I used a lot of different apps. I use a lot of different search engines and things that cost me money. I make a lot of phone calls. So, yes, absolutely. I got to pay for a lot of things. I even have to pay to keep my computer locked down and so forth, so that people don't try to track it and so forth and so on. I mean, there's so much to all of this, and everything costs us a ton of money on top of it's a lot of work. Running a YouTube is not, if you're doing it the way it needs to be done, it's expensive, and it's very, very time consuming to do all the research, make all them phone calls. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of reading. I mean, you guys don't know.
Well, I don't understand, PG, why they don't let EchoSearch go back there and search again.
I'm gonna tell you, Wisconsin mamas. Sometimes I don't sleep for a week at a time, and that's the truth. I mean, I try to go to sleep. I can't. I'm back up at the computer, checking into these kids' cases, trying to do what I can do. I mean, going back over videos. I mean, sometimes I just put the headphones on my head and fall to sleep listening to these people talking, hoping I could catch something that might help bring this child home. It it can be overwhelming and stressful, and people just don't know what you go through when you love and care about these children so much.
Right.
It's horrible. It's horrible what we go through.
I agree, Tammy. Yeah, the way Summer's missing case
Oh,
is being
butterfly
handled.
kisses. I so appreciate that, PG. Buy your babies a little something extra for Christmas. Oh, girl. God bless. God bless. God bless. I'm going to let them know that I'm going to put on their stocking stuffers from Butterfly Kisses.
Aww.
That's what I'm going to do. I appreciate that. I so do. I'm so grateful.
We can sit down here and say shame on Jody Sue Brown, but she ain't gonna quit. She's just gonna keep running that mouth of hers, and you know what? One of these days she's gonna slip, as if she hasn't already. But she's gonna slip, and she's gonna slip up bad.
I totally agree with you, Curse with Curiosity. It does start with Candace. It does. And yes, she does need interrogated. They all need interrogated. Every damn one of them. Don Wells needs interrogated. He needs to be asked why he was going to get a divorce from his wife to get the reward fund. He needs to be asked that. Till he found out he wasn't getting shit, right? Why don't they ask him that?
Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, PG, I gotta get off here. I gotta go to bed. I gotta work. tomorrow.
All right, girl. You know what? I'm going to go out with you because I'm starting to learn that when you go out of here, you probably work the same hours or about the same that I do, and
Yeah.
at least you're smart enough to try to get a little rest.
Yeah. Well, did you buy any Benadryl?
I've been a mess. No, I haven't got to the pharmacy yet, but I'm definitely going to I'm going to check it out because
Yeah.
I do need sleep. I
Yeah.
do need sleep.
You
I'm
know,
burning that candle at both ends, girl, and it's taking a toll. Trust me.
well, yeah, and you have Christmas coming up and,
Yeah,
family get togethers, and the last thing you want to do is be the person sound asleep on the couch.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to be honest. Um, I thought to myself, I know I host it every year, but I think next year I might see if someone else would like to host it. Right?
Well, I
I
hosted
would
it
like
on,
to pitch in a hand,
I
but
did it on Saturday, and let me tell you, ugh, it's
I've
a
been
lot of
hosting.
work.
I've been hosting for a long time, and I'm just you know which didn't bother me a lot to host the New Year's parties and stuff. I don't mind it at all, but like this year I've got a lot on my plate. You know what I'm saying? I just got
Mm-hmm.
so much, um, too many irons in the fire, and but I'm sure it'll still turn out well, right? I'm
Well,
sure it'll
yeah,
still
when you
turn
have
out
your
well.
family around you, you can
Yeah.
you can settle down and kind of forget at least one day about.
My little firecracker ass is going to fly off the handle as soon as someone looks at me and says, "Boy, you look like shit." Right? I'm going to fly off the handle. There will be
Yeah,
all kinds of fireworks going off.
you're right. Oh, Blue Eye Webster, happy birthday if we don't see you tomorrow. PG, can you leave the chat replay on for tonight's live? Because a
Oh,
lot of people
absolutely.
they didn't see the beginning of it.
Absolutely.
All right,
I
everybody. Well, I love you.
I try to do that. And, that's another thing. Um, you know, due to the fact that I'm so blunt and everything else, um, most everything's limited, right?
Right, right.
I get tore up. And
Well,
to hear this bitch over there trying to talk about somebody, somebody making something and off this little girl, you are out of your fucking mind. The only one that used this little girl up was you. You
yeah,
were across the street where you could have helped her many times and you didn't. You dumb bitch. And and that goes for the whole um kit and caboodle of them fucking people, right? It goes for all of them. It goes for Allie and them. I mean, she's 3 years old. They don't even call an ambulance when they show up and she's ODing, right? Who the fuck
right.
does that? Who does that? I'm going to tell you something. It ain't, aren't you going to go to the hospital? It's, we're going to a hospital. I'm going
Oh
to
yeah,
report your ass. You are not going to have a 3-year-old baby die on me. You are not going to do that. Absolutely not.
no, and that's what I mean. What kind of people are these up there? I mean, what is the matter with you? If you
Yeah.
actually saw that stuff happening, you actually knew something
Reported
happened,
nothing.
and Summer comes up missing,
And
I'm
and these
sorry, but
and
you're
we're
just
supposed
as
to give these
guilty.
people respect, right?
Yeah, there ain't no
We're
respect.
supposed to give a damn.
No,
Um
no, no.
I'm sorry, but I think we're all normal. I think we are all normal. And I think that, with normal minds, we understand that, these people do not deserve a damn thing because they could have helped this child many times down the road and they done nothing.
Right.
They
Nothing.
done nothing.
No, they came
And
out with their stories, and look who's not talking now. Allie,
and that
Andy.
sickens the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely sickens me,
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. So
And I'm going to tell you, I'm a very strong human being. At least I think I am. You know, I think that in, in a world this horrible, I think that, I'm a very strong human. And I thank God for that. You have to be today. You have to be a very strong human being.
Oh
And
yeah.
but I'm going to tell you something. These kids, these children, these missing kids, they break me. They bring
Yeah.
me to tears. These babies drop me to my knees crying because
Well,
you know what? They don't deserve. They don't, and little Quentin, they said they found him. I was a mess. I was a total mess.
yeah.
Behind the scenes, people don't understand, sometimes I'm not that strong. I'm
Well,
really not. I love these kids and I do all I can for them.
yeah,
And
you do.
we really care. We absolutely really care about these babies. And yeah, I'm sure the devil wants to chase us off. I'm
Oh
sure he
yeah.
does because you know what? We're keeping them in the spotlight. We're calling out these bastards. We're calling out these dirty suspects. We're calling them
And
out for what they all are, right? We're making them feel the guilt that they needed to feel all
yeah.
along.
Well, she ran her mouth for 18 months. Did she not think that anybody was going to come back and jump her ass about it? I mean, no, I'm going back to put a timeline together. I'm going to go figure some things out cuz it don't make sense. It don't make sense that she comes out here and runs her mouth every day and she'll say one thing and then the next day she retracts it and says another, and I have receipts. What the hell is a receipt? What is a receipt? You know, but you don't show them, you know. So my final words before I say goodnight, Jody Sue, go grab another box of Kleenex because this is just the beginning.
Right.
And yeah. So good night, PG.
Good night, sweetie.
Yeah, love you, and I hope you get some sleep tonight.
Hey, I love you too, girl.
Okay.
Um, you were supposed to call me on Sunday.
I thought I was.
Yeah, I didn't get a phone call on Sunday.
I couldn't remember if I was supposed to call you or not. You know what I did?
Hmm.
I dropped my gun. Well, so I had 5 days off work, got all the Christmas stuff ready for the family gathering on Saturday, and I worked my ass off. Sunday
Oh,
came, I took my grandson off, or I took my grandson home, and I went to the casino.
all right. Hey, man, good for you, girl.
Well, and that's why I was able to contribute what I did to you the other night.
Hey. Oh, did you hit the jackpot?
$900.
Oh, God
And it
bless.
cost me
God bless.
$20. So
Absolutely.
$20 for 900. Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, girl,
I was
I'm moving right next door to you so we can go casino together. I love the casino.
Oh, you freeze
Absolutely.
your ass off up here.
Hey, I got boots.
You got boots.
I got some boots.
I ain't talking about walking boots. Yeah. So yeah, I just I got
Girl, I
lucky.
will bundle up and look like a damn Eskimo if we can go to the casino.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I got lucky. That's all it was. I got lucky, and I was like, you know what? I got this extra money, and that's why I
Yeah,
donate. That's why I donated so
we're
much
gonna
the other
go there
night
and get us
too.
a rum Rudolph, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least we know double rums in there.
Exactly. Oh, we would have a blast. We would
Amen.
have a blast. Soon after all this snow melts away, but we have another snowstorm coming, so we're supposed to get another 7 to 10 inches.
Oh Lord.
And then a blizzard on on Thursday, so it's like,
Hey,
I need a,
White Christmas means less deaths.
I know, but I need a
Amen.
snowmobile to get to work now, so I'll be riding a snowmobile to work instead of my truck.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
It would be. Yeah,
That'd
we used
be
to do a lot
fun.
of snowmobiling. Yeah. So it's fun.
I'd love that.
Yeah. All right, hon. Okay, well, you have a good night. Love
All
everybody
right.
in the chat.
Good
Have a
night,
good night,
girl.
everybody.
Wow. She got lucky, right? Absolutely. She rolled those dice just right. Yeah, that's a lot of snow, right? Absolutely. Where I'm at, I'm still turning on the AC. And that's the truth. I was burning up the other night. Oh, whoa. Wow. I hope those 2 weeks go fast. Right? Anna, I absolutely appreciate all of you guys. You guys work just as hard as PG, and I so appreciate it. I so appreciate it. We are all Summer's Army, and every last one of us are doing, doing all we can for these missing babies. Every last one of us, and I know that. I get tons of emails, Facebook, everyone, we all are doing everything we can to do all we can for these missing children. We've got another one missing right now, as well, and they're checking the lakes and digging up the yard around her house and out there in I believe California, and it's a mess. It's an absolute mess, and I feel so bad. I feel so bad for these children. I just wish that I wish that people would see something, say something. That's the most important thing in the world, is if you see something, say something, please. Summer could still be here if the people around her would have just helped her, right? They just helped her. She could still be here. And I don't know. It's often keeps me awake. Often keeps me awake at night, thinking about how these kids could have been saved, and it makes me angry. I get angry. I don't want to be angry, but I do get angry. I get angry when these people come out that, so close and could have helped, and they change up their stories. They lie. They ain't even a good credible witness for these children. Pisses me off. It just makes me angry. And I don't know. It's a mess, right? It's a mess. But, everything's on God's time. Everything's on God's time, and I truly believe Summer will be found. I honestly and truly believe that this little girl will be found at some point. And I won't quit praying. I won't stop praying till she is. And that's what I want to ask everybody tonight, is to pray for this baby. I ask everyone, please, let God know we need to find her. Let him know that we want her home. Let him know that, we need justice for this little girl. Right? We know that God, the Lord, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. We know that. But please at least let us find her, right? Let us find her. That's what we want. If I could have one thing for Christmas, this is all I want. I just want Summer to know where she's at. I want her found. I want to indeed know what happened to her. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Because I love this little girl. We all love her. And we have every right to know where she's at. We have every right to know what happened to her. I think, to be honest, we have more time invested in Summer trying to figure out what happened to her over the last 18 months than anyone else that knew her personally had invested in her. I think we got more time invested than the people that actually was around her. They didn't even take time to get to know her, to love her, to protect her. So fuck you, Jody Sue. Fuck you. I'm tired of hearing your mouth. I'm just tired of hearing your mouth. To be honest, I'm tired of hearing all of their mouths. They didn't do nothing for this baby. And that law enforcement down there, no better than the rest. No better than the rest. And I found that out today. And I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that they don't feel that this baby's important. So I don't know. I think that, they're trying to discourage us. Well, I'm not a human that gets discouraged, Mr. Law Enforcement in Tennessee. I don't get discouraged. I see you as a challenge. And I'll go around and above you. I will play the recording of you to a higher source. And then they'll be asking you, what's your problem? You're supposed to be listening to people and finding this baby. Right? Not being a bastard. There you go. I'm sure Tennessee law enforcement is going to be watch and see if Tennessee law enforcement is not completely and utterly disbanded and put back together. A lot of people's going to lose their jobs. And that's the truth. They will be losing their jobs. Right? Their asses will be stepping out and down because they can't get the job done. It ain't got nothing to do with not having the tools. They ain't got the fucking brains. They ain't got the ass and the brains that it takes to get it done. And yes, they are corrupted. They are shady as hell. And I knew that today that they sent Mr. Dobbs off with a deed in his hand that indeed entitled him to be upon his land right there where he was standing. So they're pieces of shit. Absolutely. Yes, they did. They deserve nothing. They deserve nothing. They were stinking suspects. Suspects. Jody Sue is pure corruption. That's what she is. She's nothing but pure corruption. That woman has destroyed this baby's case more than anyone else. And why? We need to ask ourselves, why is she hell-bent to destroy this baby's case? What dog does she have in a race? I think we all understand what dog it could be, right? I think we all understand. Yeah, they are sickos. They absolutely are sickos. That's the truth. A bunch of damn sickos down there. I totally and utterly agree. But you know, when you have a why, we'll get the why. We're going to find out why. Why always has an answer. And then we'll be asking, how could this happen? Now, that we might not be able to ever understand. But we will get to that why. And that's what Jody Sue's scared of. And that's what keeps her awake at night. And I'm sure everybody will be able to watch her all night long tonight, because that bitch ain't getting no sleep, right? She ain't getting no sleep. That's for sure. But you know what? We're going to all rest easy, because God knows we're doing all righteousness here. Absolutely all righteousness. That's for sure. Hey, Sugar Boom Boom. How you doing? Said, hey, PG and all in chat. God bless. All right. I'm going to roll out of here. I'm going to play summer song. Please throw up the blue and purple hearts. I so appreciate the support for these children. You know, it just shows, you know, all these people in the world, how much we love these children, right? It shows everybody how much we love these children, most of all, wherever these children are. I'm sure that there's, you know, in the arms, even in the ones in the arms of angels right now, like baby Quentin. I'm sure that, you know, he's watching from heaven, and he absolutely knows how much we love him. He absolutely knows how much we love him. So please put up all that support. Put up all that support for these babies. You know, I don't think Summer's any longer with us. And whether she is or she ain't, she may be watching as well. And we want her to know how much we love her and how hard we are pulling together to try to find out where she's at and to bring her home. We want her to know wherever she is that she's so much loved, right? We want them to know that we love them, and we do. So please put up those purple and blue hearts. And as this song plays out tonight, God bless. God bless. Pray for one another. Pray for this little girl. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. We're fighting. God knows how hard we're fighting. And I'm sure, you know, God's will's our will. If he knows how much we want something, his will you know, our will become his will. And that's what we need in order to bring this little girl home. I know only God can do it now. Only God can do it. So please keep praying for her. Keep praying for her. Pray for one another. Sweet Norway. Let's not forget Sweet Norway. She needs all the prayers we can give. So please keep the prayers going up for her as well. Keep them going up for one another. No PG's always praying for everyone. I'm praying for all of us. God bless everybody. Good night.